Hello and welcome to Hunter the Vigil Summons here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelly, you see him, and I am very happy to be heading back to the Chronicles of Darkness tonight in our little Hunter the Vigil supernatural legal drama. We have a lot to do tonight, but before we do, let's check in and get a recap of who our players are, starting with Robin. Robin, who are you playing tonight?
Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am happy to be revising again Lillian Underhill, our Lucifuge lawyer.
Perfect.
Also uses she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. Next to you, we have the one and only Kel from up the road.
Yes, it is Kel from up the road. Hello. I use she, her pronouns, and I am very glad to be back playing Alina Ekstrom, the poker-faced FBI profiler, also part of the Vascu unit. And I'm reviving her because she's had to be revived, I think, once at least, and possibly again before the end of this chronicle.
Perfect.
She also uses she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. And last but not least, over in the corner, we have Traz. Hey, Traz, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. I am Trez. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Alexander Landry, our soon-to-be Task Force Valkyrie member, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Absolutely fantastic. So, folks, if this is your first time joining us for this game, a couple of things. This is a mature game. We deal with a lot of content in here that may be disturbing. For example, demons, sacrifice, serial killing, sex, drugs, rock and roll. All of these things are present in this game, as well as real-world situations. We are not going to cross any lines that are uncomfortable for us, but our lines are not your lines. We've been role-playing together for many years now, so if anything comes up in this game that is a little too extreme for you or makes you uncomfortable, please take what time you need, go rest, and if you come back, fantastic. But if not, you can always skip ahead, and we'll give you a recap at the beginning of the next episode. We want you to be as comfortable as we are, so thank you so much. And with that, let's do a little bit of recap. This chronicle has been about a group of hunters in Vancouver, British Columbia, in roughly the modern day, technically we're in 2024, that have been assembled around a serial killing. A man named Bryce Lewis Hicks, high society architect, has apparently been possessed by a demon that you determined was named Valak. Driven by Valak, he committed several murders, making him perhaps one of Vancouver's most prolific serial killers, and causing a lot of harm. Actually, I think we're technically in 2023, but that doesn't matter. Now, because of this, you have been assembled. Lillian Underhill has been hired to be his defense. After being removed from her previous law firm, she was hired by a shady law firm that specializes in such odd cases. She knows very little about them aside from the fact that they are paying her a decent amount of money to go and make sure that this guy does not get basically that his possession does not become public knowledge. As well, we have a police officer from the Vancouver PD who was the first on the scene to see this, along with his partner, Michelle. Alexander. Alex, your partner, has gone on administrative leave, and instead, you have stayed on the case and have gone and been recruited by the mysterious, elusive Captain Silva. Silva is the head of his own department inside of the Vancouver Police Department, and apparently has some sway over strange occurrences like this. Given that you have a history of strange occurrences in your own background, this might be just the place for you. And rounding up the trio is an American transplant coming in from Vascu on behalf of the FBI. In cooperation with the RCMP, Alina Ekstrom has been brought in to basically oversee this because of her special expertise and secretly some of her latent psychic abilities. Through this, you have done a number of bits of investigation. We are nearing a trial date, and many things have happened, most recently being that you followed a lead that sent you to the small Chinese herb and remedy shop ran by an eccentric man named Dr. Sun, or Mr. Sun, I should say. Mr. Sun gave you some cryptic advice and sent you on your way, where Lillian went home and might have had a three-way with some demons while everyone else slept on the couch, because they were there monitoring Alina after some potential brain damage. And that is where we left last game. So, does anybody have any experience expenditures or anything that they want to get done before we actually hop in? Perfect.
No.
Cool. All right.
No, I don't
All
think
right,
so.
so-
I think I've only got 2 experience left. So.
Well, that's enough to
But you-
buy a new skill or a specialty if you wanted.
That is true. That is true.
Because experience costs in Chronicles of Darkness are much nicer than they are in
yeah,
Old World.
that's true.
So if there's any skill, and remember, it's not a multiplier. It is just two points of experience, or 2 experiences, I should say, per skill dot. So it's pretty damn cheap. Also, a couple of quick reminders. As you are going through game, you will be getting beats for showing up. You are also going to be starting, because of the downtime, we had an out-of-character session to remind us of things. And I'm going to give you 3 beats starting for last session. Because between sessions 6 and 7, we did a refresher game where we worked out what we wanted to kind of have happen with your characters and what was interesting about this campaign / chronicle to you. So that's going to be 3 beats right there, and I will be giving you more at the end of game. But
Lovely.
you also get them once per scene. You can choose to fail a roll. Well, pardon me. You can choose a roll that you have failed and turn it into a dramatic failure for a beat. There are also a number of other ways that you can get beats, particularly through like really good role playing and things like that. The more trauma I dish out, the more beats I might give you, and I am a generous god. So, with that in mind, nobody else wants to spend any points. You're not going to raise anything up. Does that?
I'm going to buy a point of brawl.
Hey, perfect. We love it.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
Because I had 0 before.
I feel like
I think you deserve, I think you get one after your encounters.
That's probably a good
I
idea.
mean, I would hope so.
You would hope.
I've been kind of beat up.
All right. So with that, let's begin. The next morning comes. All of you are going to get a point of willpower back. Lillian, you are going to start the day off with a point of bashing damage, but I'm going to make you a trade.
Oh.
You're going to gain an extra point of willpower for your vice.
Nice. I am actually full on willpower.
Well, that's great. Then you just take the bashing. Enjoy.
Great, thank you.
It's pissing rain outside. You have a nice apartment, if small, and as everyone wakes and rouses, what I would like is, could I please have Alina and Alexander, both of you give me a wits and composure roll.
Do I notice the scratches on my back when I get up?
Tell you what, make me a wits and composure roll yourself.
Okay.
Perfect.
What do 10s do in this system?
They
On my
reroll.
count is 2? Oh, they reroll?
Just re-roll.
They,
1 success.
all right.
Just 1.
2.
2. Now, I have to remind myself, last episode you guys broke out some special tea, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yep.
Those two did.
Those two did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains that. The next morning, both you, Alina, and Lillian are going to wake up dehydrated. The inside of your mouths are furry and taste like the inside of a toilet bowl. It's awful. You feel shriveled. You feel like beef jerky. However, waking up early, Alex, you fell asleep in one of the chairs. What do you do? Do you make coffee? Do you leave? Like, what's your morning routine like?
Then I'm watching these two, and Elena's gotten jumped a couple times. I'm probably taking my rifle out and scouting around the area to see if anyone's snooping around the apartment.
Okay, so let me just confirm this. You're taking out a high-powered rifle, and you are looking out of a window in Vancouver, British Columbia with a high-powered rifle. Now, I know you're an American in real life, Traz, so I want to confirm that this is something you want to do.
Well, not like out in the open, but like be in cover where no one else is seeing what I'm doing. But
Okay.
if someone's snooping around, I want a shot at them in case someone tries to do something.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, what's your stealth score?
1.
1. Okay. So here's the deal. You can use, oh boy. So give me a wits and investigation roll, and you can take up to 3 points for your scope as a bonus. However, I would remind you that I'm secretly doing math behind the screen, and you only have 1 dot of stealth. So the more you use your scope, the more chance of someone seeing you at whatever time of morning this is.
No,
I will say Lillian does have, she's a plant girly, so she does have a lot of plants by the window if Alex tries to, poke the gun through the plants if he's looking out the window.
Now here's the question. Are you using your rifle, or are you just taking the scope off and using it?
Using mainly the scope just to get it, because I don't really
Okay, because
have
you can just detach
binoculars.
that from the rifle barrel.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say just detach the scope. Yeah.
Then you're just using
Yeah.
binoculars, but it's a monocular. So yeah,
It's a
okay,
monocular.
In that case, then give me wits and investigation at a +3.
All right. Okay, I'll look for that later. 3.
3 successes.
3 successes.
It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Pushing between the blinds, you scope out the neighborhood. You notice a lot of things. Joggers, even in the middle of the rain. You can see that down on the corner there's a tube stake cart that is slowly rolling into its normal location. There are a number of commuters getting ready for their day. A lot of people wandering down to the SkyTrain or the bus, whichever takes them to their correct location. You're going to see that there's a minor fender bender about a block away. Someone hydroplanes on the rain and smashes into somebody else's bumper. A little bit further down, there's almost another accident about 5 minutes later when a bicyclist forgets that the rules of the road apply to them as well, blows through a stop sign and almost gets creamed. It's just a typical day in Vancouver. But as far as you're seeing, no, there's nothing particularly dangerous going on. However, as you're looking around and the other two are sleeping, you are going to hear the sound of a door scratch. This scratch, 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 scratch. Now, if I remember correctly, the dog slept out in the living room with you all last night. What is your dog's name again? Remind me, Robin?
Persephone.
All right, so Persephone is scratching at the front door. She looks over her shoulder at you, and where you can see Alina sprawled out on the couch with an Afghan covering most of her. Looks back at you and gives you this pleading look, and then takes a look back at Lillian's room.
I'll also go up the door, start knocking. Lillian, are you awake?
Lillian, you are going to immediately arouse, and
Oh.
as you roll over, sleeping naked, of course.
No, because I think she left the door open, actually, because she put on a big oversized t-shirt.
Okay. So, as you shift, the t-shirt, now it's big and oversized, has many folds to it. It's uncomfortable. As you roll over and the curve of your hip catches a bit of the hem of this oversized shirt, it peels away from your back. And as it does, it peels away as if it's damp and it's kind of dried against your skin. There's a soft wince of pain that runs down your spine.
She will get up and go to like a mirror in her bedroom. She probably has like a little full-length mirror.
Mm-hmm. You can see
Against
that
the
there
closet.
are little droplets of blood visible through the light material of the t-shirt running down your back.
One second, I'll be right out. And she'll like take the shirt off and like better look at her back.
So the scratches are mostly from the shoulder blades up. They go over your shoulders and stop just before your breasts begin. They're not particularly deep, but they are that type of scratch that causes little beads of blood to well up. And as you are checking yourself, you're going to notice that you have a bit of skin under your fingernails.
She's gonna like look at the like do the width of the scars match her hands?
Well, they're not scars, they're just scratches. And, yeah, actually, it probably is you, to be honest. Go ahead and make me a wits and... Do you have medicine?
I do not.
Tell you what, I'll let you make me wits and streetwise.
I do not.
Well, streetwise is a lower penalty.
Okay, fair. Yeah, -1 unskilled. Okay.
Hmm.
So is that minus a dice or minus a
Minus a
success?
dice.
Okay, wits and yes, this is what I'm saving up my XP for by adopting wits because I have only 2. So we're rolling at a
Rolling a dice.
1 die.
Okay.
That's a 10, so 1.
Yep, and that re-rolls.
Okay, yeah, that was a 5, so
Perfect.
1 success.
You got high and scratched the hell out of yourself. You took psilocybin mushroom tea and had an erotic dream about getting gangbanged by demons. And you scratched the hell out of yourself. You're lucky that you didn't scratch somewhere lower.
She will put on like a big sweater and like leggings and we'll kind of head out to the main room to go see everyone and grab and take Persephone out.
Sounds good. The door slides open because, of course, in this type of condo apartment, the doors don't swing, they slide, because that cuts down on room. The second that you do, there is a firm missile that guides itself between your knees and starts jumping up on your hip, pushing you toward the doorway with an anxious plea. It's getting close to 8:30 a.m. You normally are awake at what time to walk her?
Usually 8.
I don't think you gave her the best walk last night, and she looks fit to burst. As she lets out a low whine, Alina, you are finally going to be the last to awaken.
I'm gonna go out. I can grab. I mean, there's an espresso maker there, but I can grab coffee when I'm out.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That sounds great.
And they're not looking for me. They're looking for Alina. So I should. And I have Persephone. She'll rip out a throat if she has to.
Woof.
It's all right. We're going, girl. And Lillian will grab a raincoat and head out.
Perfect. Lillian grabs her things and heads out, leaving the two of you alone in her apartment. Alex, Alina, do you talk about anything? And Alex, do you do anything?
I sent a text to Silva that we need to talk.
There's a text back written in kind of like late Gen X, early boomer typing with a lot of ellipses. Sure, ... I'm here all day, ... You have no idea how to read that or process it as a millennial.
Just like,
Is it, sure, I'm here all day, or is it,
Yeah.
sure,
That's all.
I'm here all day?
No,
It's impossible to
Sure.
tell without a lull at the
No.
end of it, Kel.
No, it's Gen X. I know what it means.
Well, you do.
I know I do.
You speak for the
Poor
old
Alex.
ones.
I do.
mm,
Yes, me and Cthulhu, we're tight.
Cthulhu's a boomer and you know it. Anyway,
I know. I gotta translate for him.
oh, it's fair. So, yeah, he says he's going to be in all day. What else? What are you two doing? Is there anything, or do we just wait around?
Alina feels fuzzy, so she's probably gonna go and like just kind of try and freshen up, maybe hop in the shower really quick.
Sounds good. And with that, Alina, you head inside of the shower, refreshing yourself, shaking off all of the remnants of that
Crazy
strange tea. And
Mm-hmm.
as you are doing so, can you please remind me, which teleinformatics powers do you have? You have speed of thought and
Yep.
polygraph?
Polygraph. Yep.
Okay. So as you're getting up, I have to ask, would you like to take a beat for something?
Sure.
Okay, that sounds good. Can you do me a favor and roll me wits and investigation and take a beat?
Okay. What's investigation? One success.
One success.
Mm-hmm.
You gather your things.
And I get a beat. Okay.
You slide out of your clothes. Turn on the shower. It squeaks as it begins to release some of the water down, trickling in. Lillian, is it just like a normal shower, or do you have like a fancy shower?
No, it's a normal shower.
Okay. Like a shower stall, or is it...
It's a shower stall because she has a bathtub.
Okay.
A
I'm going to kind of
clawfoot
assume that it's like a shower stall, but it's like a slightly larger one. You know, like it's one of the size and a half ones.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because the like little phone booth ones are awful, and I think that they probably wouldn't have given you that. This is like a hotel-sized one. Big enough that
Okay,
when
yeah,
you get old and crotchety, or when your grandfather needs a place, he can bring a stool in. Now, I have to ask you, Lillian, are you the person who bought this condo, or did you get it from a family member?
Ooh, that's a question. Could her grandfather have gifted it to her for finishing law school?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah, then I think that's how she got it.
You take a step into the shower, Alina.
Mhm.
And you feel the water run down over your body. You feel it wipe away the grime of the previous day. You found yourself very covered in sweat. Your hair presses to the side of your head. And you feel the stress begin to melt away. Do you do any maintenance while you're in there? Leg shaving, anything like that? Or is it just a cleanup?
I mean, yeah, she doesn't want to impose upon Lillian and use anything that she doesn't think she should. That's
Okay.
it's weird.
No, totally.
No, just
And you don't have any of
the
your
generic-
stuff on you, right?
No, I don't have any of my stuff, so it's just soap, water, shampoo, sort of thing.
Now, one important question. In real life, you wear glasses. Does Alina wear glasses?
Mm-hmm. I think only to read, probably, because
Okay.
it looks better on screen.
Totally.
Yeah,
So
'cause
reaching
you got
up,
to take them off when you're up from the files.
you grab some incredibly expensive shampoo. Because Lillian only has the finest. It's a Korean import. Incredibly glossy, shiny. It's a purple shampoo to protect all sorts of dye and things like that. And as you put it in, you lather up properly, and you get a little bit in your eye. Not much, enough that you can rinse it out. But as you reach up for the conditioner, just to add a little bit of protection to your hair, the bottle slips out of your hand. It hits the little ledge. The little ledge inside there meant for you to put your foot up or, for shaving or anything like that. And the lid pops open. And as it does, the dark pink conditioner sprays out and begins to circle the drain. You shudder to think how many dollars of conditioner that dollop was. But as you look down at it, swirling around the drain, you are going to get a sudden headache. Your nose is going to begin to well up with blood and drip down, joining with the swirling conditioner. And suddenly, you are going to see an older man. He's starting to go gray at the temples. Handsome, well-appointed. Dressed in nothing but a pair of very immodest Speedo-style underwear. He is standing where you are. And he leans down, grabbing something hairy, and drags it into the shower stall, neck first. It's a goat. Its eyes are a grotesque hourglass that roll around in its skull. It struggles weakly against him, but you're not sure how long this thing has been held or staked or starved. He reaches over to where Lillian has her loofah and pulls out a serpentine, wavy dagger and drags it across the goat's throat, spilling its blood into the bowl that he set down. He raises it up and hands it to a pair of individuals dressed in long, dark red robes. Towels himself off the little specks of blood that are marring his handsome features. Pulls on a robe of his own, leaving the last drops of the goat's blood to swirl down the drain. The goat watches you. as you look down at the drain, the light fading from its eyes. And then you're back to where you were. Your head hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts like you use speed of thought. It hurts like you use polygraph. The fuck was that?
I don't think it's ever happened to her just by chance, like just happened. She's had, from what she remembers, she has to actively engage it to use it for some reason.
And you've never had post-cognition or precognition, whatever that was?
Nope. Nope.
Then again, when's the last time you took mushrooms before you went to bed?
Exactly. Yeah.
Some of your circuitry's a little off.
But she's not going to ignore it. It's too purposeful. It's not random. It doesn't seem like a brain misfire. It's not just electrical signals between synapses. That's something. Otherwise, she wouldn't have the nosebleed and the headache. So that's the kind of the telltale part of it.
You're able to clean yourself up and think about this for a bit. But I'm going to cut outside, where Alex is doing what he can to get ready for his day. Now, Alex, what are you doing? You have the run of this place. What are you going to do with that?
Well, knowing her grandfather sent us to that shop, I should snoop around to see if I can find any information on him laying around.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and make me an intelligence and investigation roll? Don't forget
to
you
use a
spend
willpower.
willpower. Yeah, I was about to say. There you go.
I'm going.
Give me some more
to get
dice.
Coffee, and you're snooping in my apartment. Rude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
4 successes.
4 successes. Absolutely fantastic. So, what I guess I have to ask then is, Lillian, what type of things are you looking for, Alex? And Lillian, please tell Traz, or Robin, tell Traz what he finds. Or refer to me if you...
I say information on her grandfather specifically.
Okay. So
be it history, what he's involved in, anything like that.
Are there any photos? Is there any mail, any correspondence, anything non-digital, first of all? Anything left out?
Probably photos. Probably photos.
Like a graduation photo with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Nice and easy to take a photo of that with your phone. You can take a photo of one of the photos on her wall.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, are there any bills in a shared name? Any account statements? Anything in your filing cabinet?
Don't know necessarily.
Okay.
What would he share with her, do you think? I think he was kind of somewhat private about his dealings and such with Lillian, but
let's see. Would it be possible that you circumstances where you might have some of his mail, circumstances where you might have any information on him, like in the area with 4 successes. You could the transfer of ownership of the condo, unless the condo is still in his name.
No, probably transfer of ownership, probably.
Okay. So for the sake of argument, we're going to say that you probably don't keep your file cabinet locked at home. Or do you think you would?
I think because she's a lawyer, she would potentially have clients' documents. I think she would keep it locked because if someone broke in.
Okay. So in that case, Traz, can you please give me a Dex and larceny roll at a -1? Because
-1 is -1 dice, right?
1 dice, yeah. And the reason for that is that that's the difficulty of the lock. You can pick a filing cabinet lock with a nail file. It's super easy. Like, unless it's like an executive grade file cabinet, like it's super easy, and those are way too expensive.
But I didn't get any successes.
Oh, you didn't get any successes. Would you like to get a beat by doing a dramatic failure?
You know, I'm going to say yes.
Perfect. What are you using to try to open the lock in her little office alcove?
Probably has like a switch knife on him, probably.
Okay. You are going to try to open it up. A little pocket knife. You're going to like jut it in, start to work it around, and then you're going to hear a sound that stops your heart. Snap. The tip of the knife breaks off, and it's too far in for you to dig it out. Behind you, you are going to hear the sound of, well, you're going to hear the sound of the shower turn off. You don't have that much time left.
Well, he's just going to leave that. If he can't take it out, he's just going to leave it as it is. If the knife is stuck in there.
Sounds good. All right, you got the rest of your knife back. It was a cheap pocket knife anyway.
Yeah.
Besides that, you'll see that nearby there are several more photos. There are a couple of letters, and you'll see that there is a piece of mail that has an address in North Vancouver on it. It has her grandfather's name on it. Jotted on the outside is in impeccable scrawl, Lillian, tell the idiot Strata to update their records. Taking a quick look inside, you'll see that it's a Strata notice for Strata billing. Sending it to the owners of the condo.
Click, pictures.
Yep. It's been transferred for years, but I don't trust a Strata council to ever update their files. I've known too many Strata councils. I've had friends that have been on Strata councils. That's where I'll leave that. With that, Alina will exit the bathroom roughly at the same time that you're going to hear a scratch on the door on the outside. And Lillian's going to return, bearing coffee and gifts. Like cronuts.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest of the cronuts.
I come bearing gifts.
Thank you. Dog feeling better? Looks
Yeah,
at
she
the
just
dog.
needed to go out. I didn't
Sorry.
really do much with her yesterday, so She needed a good walk this morning, so took a little
Mm.
extra time. Went to a bakery that I know down the street that makes the best cronuts.
Nice.
So, yeah. Did you all sleep well last night? I
Good.
know I slept a little weird after taking that tea.
Yeah.
Remind me next time. to
Yeah, the
not
dreams
do
were a
that.
little active.
Yeah, I could say that. I decided to scratch my shoulders up to all hell in my dreams, so that was fun.
Mm. Well, thankfully,
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm
have
gonna-
anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and put some like polysporin and bandages on. I wanted to get Persephone out before she peed all over the place. Angel has not done that in so long, so I try not to. But yeah, I'm gonna go
Hmm.
place some bandages on because it's just a little bit scratched.
Mm. I hope you don't mind. I took a quick shower.
Oh no, please.
Thanks.
Use whatever. Same with you if you need to, Alex.
Appreciate it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I might have some shaving cream from an old boyfriend or something if you need, but I'm not 100% sure if you need to shave or anything.
I'm good for now. Thanks, though.
Your phone vibrates, Lillian. It's Wiener.
Chill. She will look at it.
10:30.
She will in
Don't
the
fuck it
bathroom.
up.
She'll like do it, not naked, but she'll send a smiling face selfie back with a very low cut shirt and say, "Thanks, boss."
They're probably going to frisk you when you go into the detention facility. Try not to make it that easy.
Listen, nothing about me is easy. It's a lot of work.
I'm starting to notice. Is anybody doing anything else or heading off with the day? What's the plan? So now you have somewhere to be at 10:30, and Alex, you are going to get a buzz as well. It's your day off from work, and you receive a message from David. David Lynn. Hey man, what are you doing today?
Right. Gotta meet up with Silva later, but
You
I'm
wanna sweat?
also dot. What?
CrossFit. Come on, man. Like, you don't want to. You're going to get an incoming voice message on Messenger. Hey, so yeah, I'm headed down to into my CrossFit gym, Ironworks. So yeah, if you want to join me, you totally should, because you don't want to, like, come on. So many cops on the force have that dad bod. Don't you want like a rad bod? Come on down. Trust me, you'll be a little sore for a couple days, but then you'll have a glad bod. No, seriously though, like, it'd be good for you. You've been kind of looking paler than usual. You're pretty pale. Just saying.
What time?
I'm headed there right now. What are you doing? It's your day off, right?
Looks at Elena. Yes, but I'm also guarding somebody currently.
Dude, bring your girlfriend. It's fine. That is a voice message that is played aloud.
I owe him a favor.
I think you two should go. I have a meeting that I have to go to, but I would be happy to check in with y'all after you do some workouts. That sounds like fun. I'm gonna do a spin class later, but CrossFit, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alex can go to CrossFit if he wants. I was planning to go check out the Church of Light. Oh,
The
Light of
people
Christ
that
Church.
attacked you, you're
Just
gonna go by yourself?
I got my gun back.
That doesn't help with multiple targets. Last
No,
time
it doesn't.
I checked.
I'm a good shot.
Don't.
You realize if you go by yourself, Silva's gonna have all our heads, and you know it.
Yeah. So why don't we all do that as a group? I have to do a meeting, but then I can come right back and we can all go to the church. You know, I'm feeling like I've sinned recently. I need to have peace with God.
Okay. Sure. All right.
I mean, you could either go with Landry if you want to go to the CrossFit, but if not,
I don't think I'm
I
supposed to
have
be doing anything like that. Yeah, but
yeah, I have a TV. If you want to stream, I have pretty much all of the streaming services. So fill your boots. I have a Nintendo Switch as well if you want to play some games or anything like that. But
do you have a spare laptop or computer?
no, I have mine, but that has sensitive.
No, that's
client.
understandable. Okay, yeah, no problem. I can just
There's
work
the
from my phone.
internet function through. I think you can get to the internet through like the Switch
Yeah.
and stuff. So if you feel
Your
like,
phone.
feel free to use that.
Yeah, my
Or your
phone's
phone.
fine.
That's true.
Yeah, no, my phone's fine. It's
Yeah,
not a
sorry
big
about
deal.
that. I
That's
would
okay.
offer, but
Yeah.
you know,
No worries.
we are.
Yep, no, that's fine. All good.
Anything in the you know, Mikasa Sukasa, the fridge,
Thank
pantry,
you.
go wild. Like there's a bunch of takeout menus that are from like local places that will deliver to
Sure. No, that's great. Get to your meeting.
I'll let
Don't be late.
yeah, I'll let my I'll let the building doorman let him know that I have a guest staying. So if you're
Perfect.
ordering something, just order it to the lobby and say you're in. I'll give
Yeah.
you whatever the apartment number is. Say it's for that apartment, and he'll then once
He
you
can
get the
take it.
notification, you can go down and he'll take it for you. Then in case
Great.
someone decides to assassinate
Yeah.
you or something like that.
Hopefully not. But
Hopefully
thanks.
not.
Hopefully not.
Perfect. Lillian,
Okay. See you later.
Thanks.
you head out. Now, Lillian, we're going to follow you for a bit. We follow you down to the Vancouver PD. It's interesting that we're following you there by yourself. The rain is oppressive, as always. Do you take an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay. It drops you off outside. And can I get you to make me a wits and composure roll, just to get a sense of things as you're headed in?
Okay. Wits and composure. Ones don't subtract, right?
They do not. Not unless you're on a chance dice, then they do something funny.
Then that is just a fail.
Just a fail. Perfect. Would you like to gain a beat?
Yeah, sure.
What kind of shoes are you wearing?
Probably some. It's raining, so she probably put on boots, like probably some like calf boots.
Heel?
Yeah.
Okay. You're walking up the front steps. Now, the downtown precinct, it's typical Vancouver style, on a slight slant, a few steps up to the main floor. However, as you are taking a few steps, your boot's going to miss the last one. The back chunky part of your heel is going to catch too suddenly, and you find yourself about to tumble backwards when firm hands are going to catch you, and you're going to bounce off of a broad chest, at the very least. It could be described. Hands are going to catch you on both sides of your hand. Are you okay?
I am now. Think. You.
Yeah.
You caught me.
I guess I was in the right place at the right time. And as the person says that, turning around, you're going to see a man in a long black coat. Kind of has sandy brown hair, a handsome, pleasant, handsome face. He's in his late 40s and wearing a collar with a white tab in the center. If you were the one who saw him, this is the priest that was hanging around the precinct the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you so you're sure you're okay? You didn't twist anything, right?
No. Thank you, Father.
Alan. And
Alan.
I think we met the other day. I remember the hair. You should not to mansplain, but you should be careful. This is why I don't wear my thigh highs out on rainy days. Plus, the congregation would think it's a bit weird. But I say it's 2025. They can probably update the style, right? I'm
think
sorry.
so.
Bad joke. You're a lawyer, right? You
Yes.
You're on that case.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I was actually looking for you.
You were looking for me.
I was hoping to get an expert opinion and maybe help my client.
Huh.
As he believes he's possessed.
I've read the paper. He That's a pretty serious accusation. To be honest, I was kind of hoping to see for myself. We can call in special assessors and things like that inside of the church, but a little more evidence is required usually. The church is pretty careful even on high-profile cases these days. Thank that movie for that. I'm surprised that you're not asking for a young priest too. You need a young priest and an old priest. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I think right now I can handle one priest. And you look more than enough to handle this.
I'll take that as a compliment. How can I help? Do you want to head somewhere out of the rain?
Yeah, actually, I have a meeting with my client, one-on-one private, but maybe after, would you like to talk and
Of course.
we can discuss how long are you going to be here for? I don't want to keep you too long.
I was coming to put some stuff on the community notice board outside. He holds up some flyers that are getting a little bit wet from where they are inside of a Thrifty Foods bag that he has, and doing general check-in. I do a little support group here, so I should be free by around noon.
That sounds wonderful.
Sure.
Sorry,
Make me a presence and persuasion and striking looks roll, please.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
How
try
many
to break
do I
a
have
pre-
striking looks? I have 2 plus 2.
So the 2 is a +1, I believe.
Hmm?
So I think it's a... Oh God, I can never remember because they changed it between
Nope.
editions.
2 dots benefit increases to +2.
Oh, nice. Then do it.
Yeah. So you said presence and
Persuasion?
persuasion. Oh, yeah, perfect. We love this. All right, 3 successes only.
Only 3 successes. You're gonna see he's decently pale. He has freckles and looks like he probably had a bunch of sunburns earlier in his life that probably caused them. And it looks like he has a little bit of a sunburn right now, just on the edge of his cheeks, as you kind of say that and look at him fluttering those big eyelashes. I look forward to it. Good luck meeting your client.
Thank you.
Are you going to be okay? Even if he's not, he's still mentally unstable. You know what you're doing, I'm sure.
I do. Listen. I'm from the law world, which is typically a male-dominated field. I can handle some crazy lawyers. I think I could handle...
A crazy architect?
Yeah.
Fair. Well, I guess you'll have some stories to share when we meet for lunch.
I feel like if I told those stories, I might actually need to see a confessional father, but
Well,
I can...
luckily enough, I have one. I have several, actually.
Well, maybe I can confess my sins later, after.
That's usually when people do it. Well, here, he'll step up, pull the door open for you. After you.
Thank you.
Miss, I'm sorry.
Lillian.
Lillian. Alan, again. Alan Thorne.
Lillian Underhill.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Underhill. I won't keep you any longer. I'll meet you out front here at noon, though.
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
I won't be late.
I won't either.
You head inside. He follows, breaks off immediately to say hi to the duty clerk, goes and puts things up on the notice board behind, and then goes to one of the community rooms to do his thing, for lack of a better word, to go and do his support stuff, because the police precinct that I am thinking of has a bunch of those rooms. Actually, a museum now, but still, our Chronicles of Darkness is our Chronicles of Darkness. You check in, heading to the isolated unit down in the basement of the VPD's central precinct. It's down there in the basement, with a couple of cops monitoring, that you are going to find yourself led to a room. The cop there takes one look at you. She raises an eyebrow. She's about your height. Black, with, you can see a little bit of ink sticking out of the collar of her uniform. Her hair is braided and pulled back into a tight knot. Her name badge has her as Officer Adebayo. She gives you a good look up and down. You sure about this?
I am.
She leans in close. The last one that had a one-on-one with him, he ate his face. And I don't think his was quite as nice as yours. So, I'm going to be right outside.
Who was having a one-on-one without my knowledge? I'm his lawyer.
I don't know.
All right, well, if you can get your superiors or whoever manages the client log, I would like to know it's his lawyer.
Sure.
Thank
Do
you.
what I can. Now, if
Yeah, I
you remember
appreciate it.
correctly, was it that he ate someone else's face in, like, in general? Or is it that he ate somebody else's face in, like
No,
a psychologist?
I believe it was in Gen Pop. He was, that's why they had to put him in segregation. Is because he ate
okay.
somebody's
right.
face.
So she's
Okay,
just
sorry.
misinformed. So she's just misinformed
yeah.
from the sound of it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The rumor mill.
The rumor mill.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh, Chantel, you didn't read your file. Shantae Abadayo. Okay. She stands outside, nervously unclicks the holster of her gun, and opens the door for you. He's been prepared for you. The room that he's in is stark. There's no blanket on the bed. The fluorescents are caged overhead. The bed itself has nothing, no corners, no edges that aren't curved off. He can't drop on it to break his neck. He can't cut anything. The walls are soft, and they're smeared, even then, with old dark stains. Blood, feces, it's impossible to tell. They've been cleaned countless times, but the shadow remains. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, his feet dangling down. His arms are cuffed. His legs are cuffed. His neck has a cuff on it as well, all of it chained down to a bolt in the floor. He looks up at you glassily. The officer that escorts you in brings in a single steel chair and sets it down for you. I'll be right outside. She backs out of the room, keeping an eye on this animal. Hicks eyes you. Miss Underhill. Pleasure to see you.
It's a pleasure to see you too. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. His eyes are glassy. His lids droopy. There's a bit of drool on the edge of his mouth. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. What can I do for you?
I need you to, I need to speak with him. If you could.
He doesn't want to come out right now. He's in there, but he's sleeping. I was sleeping a little while ago.
Could you get him for me?
Whoa.
Please.
I need to ask, Robin, what castigation rights does Lillian have? Specifically, does she have the one that allows her to command demons? I don't think she does.
Calling forth the pit.
Fair. Do you have that one?
Yep.
Okay, and so specifically, so that summons a demon.
Yeah.
So the one I'm thinking of is Mandate of Hell, which you can now get because you have
Ooh.
Calling Forth the Pit. Mandate of Hell allows you to command demons to do what you want.
Oh.
Oh, you can use it on normal people too now. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe just demons.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to have calling forth the pit. You can just have hellfire or mandate of hell.
No,
I
there's a
got it the
prerequisite.
last. Is there
Prerequisite.
What's prerequisite?
Yeah, prerequisite. Calling Forth the Pit.
Oh
Page
yeah.
111.
Yeah, fair.
But you have Calling Forth the Pit.
Yep. Oh, well,
Damn.
guess what? I know I'm gonna spend my XP on.
Yeah, damn straight. Okay, so what do you give me?
What do you want? You bit a man's face off, so I can't quite get you out of here.
That
yet,
wasn't
but
me.
I know that was him.
I want a caramel. Or maybe an arrow
Okay.
bar.
Okay.
For those of you outside of Canada, these are pretty good pretty good chocolate bars.
Yeah, I can get you that.
Okay, I'll see if he's there.
Great.
Never been partial to arrow bars. I was always a much bigger fan of Butterfingers. They're hard to get here.
I'm sorry.
Miss Underhill, be a dear. I seem to, my suit is dribbled on itself. It's unbecoming. Do you mind? Can you wipe my chin?
Are you gonna bite my face off?
Not without permission. Do you want me to bite your face off? Do you want me to eat some part of you?
No. Not yet.
Are you sure? I'm really good at it. He smiles and flicks his tongue out. And what should be a human tongue extends almost all the way to his Adam's apple for a moment. It lashes like a snake's tongue before he slams it back in.
She'll go and wipe his chin.
Perfect. What do I owe the pleasure then, Miss Underhill?
My grandfather.
Yes?
Out of character, I forget. Was he the one that said something about him? Does he know that he has cancer?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I want to make a deal.
You know how dangerous that is? Making a deal with the devil. I'm all ears.
I don't want him to die. What does that equal?
What does that equal?
Mm-hmm. What would you want?
What can you offer me? You could... I don't know.
Can I make a negotiation or an insight roll of some sort?
Yeah, absolutely. You can make
oh,
me...
I have a discern intent, specialization in social and empathy.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Just because Robin is not a lawyer and not up to demons, but I'm sure Lillian would have some experience of knowing what to offer and what might be something he wants.
Go ahead.
So, would that be manipulation or presence?
Could be manipulation, could be... Yeah, it could be manipulation or presence. Actually, you know what? In this case, it would be manipulation.
Okay.
Because you're specifically trying to finesse his emotions.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Do my striking looks apply to him at all?
No.
Figured. Thought
He
I'd
is
ask.
asexual. Or
Mhm.
something else. I don't even know. I don't know how I would quantify this. He is omnisexual. He'll
Yeah.
fuck anything.
I'm going to spend a willpower
Good.
to get
Sounds
3
good.
more dice.
Now, I would like to remind you that since this is related to the hunt, you could risk willpower.
Ooh.
So,
what does that do again? I get it back if I succeed?
You get it
I
back
don't
if you succeed. If you fail, something real bad happens. And you actually get an additional benefit out of it. Now, it's been a little while since we've played, so I am going to quickly remind you of the rules for it. And those are, look around page 85 or something like that.
Traz is putting it right in our chat right now.
Oh god, Traz is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Traz remembered things. Traz gains 1,000,000 XP. So, perception-based actions, unless it's a tactic, which you guys don't have.
You may choose of...
So you choose...
When a player rests, they may choose 2 of the following benefits to apply to a single roll. Oh.
So you can gain 9 again.
Oh.
You can gain a +1. You can...
I would like to get 9 again, and then the 3.
The 3 dice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead. You don't want to swap out that +3 bonus for achieve an exceptional success on 3 instead of 5.
Or do the +3 and go for the 3 successes.
Yeah, I'll do the +3 and take away the 9 again.
Okay. Okay, so +3 successes and 3 toward exceptional. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so presence. And then that. Okay.
We're going for 8, 9s, and 10s.
Yep. Man, I really should have taken 9 again. I rolled my only successes are 9s.
How many?
If I would have taken 9 again, I got 4.
Oh, what does it matter? You got an exceptional success.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you lean in and you kind of push yourself up, put all of your manipulation in behind your eyes and say, well, what do you want? And for just a second, as you look at him, you swear that his iris goes off focus and starts to run like splitting an egg yolk. He blinks and it re-solidifies. I want to get off. I want to walk the streets again. You, fine. You find a way to bring Grandpappy here. You let me walk out of here with him. This Hicks guy, he's useless. He's stuck in here. He can't even eat some fucker's face without being thrown in solitary. I'm shitting oatmeal.
You murdered people.
I murdered people. They're just people, Lillian. They don't matter. Just fucking monkeys that he aborted down onto the earth. A bunch of unformed fucking zygotes. Let me help. Grandpappy was into the same hoodoo that you are, right?
Yes.
Then wouldn't he think it an honor to get all my inches inside of him? Let me have my fun.
I was gonna offer myself, but if you want my grandfather, I can sure ask him.
Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe a bit too spicy. He hesitates. But with that manipulation roll, you're going to get a bit more out of him than he normally would say. No offense. I'm sure that your insides are soft and supple and sweet. But I think I'd burn in the end for it. Don't let it go to your head. But I think you might be a little too much for little old me. You're trouble. You've got his blood in you. Grandpappy do too, but your blood is awake.
Aw. You don't want a challenge?
I don't want to fucking burn before I'm burning again in the pit. Maybe that cunt in Milan didn't tell you. Lucifuge blood. It isn't comfortable. Even if you invite me in. Your granddad wasn't special enough, was he? Didn't get chosen, didn't have the visions. So let me ride him out of here and get me another body. What about that? What about that cop? Landry. He's not doing anything with his pissant life. Besides, a cab.
What, you don't want my grandfather?
That's not the deal. You want your grandfather to be free and clear, right? I could keep him.
Yeah.
I could wear him around like an Armani suit.
Oh, you just want to you want to ride him out, and then I find you a body.
Yeah. And here's the deal. I'll take the cancer with me when I leave. I'll give it to someone else. What is it? Prostate? Liver? Esophageal? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's
Just walk me
cancer.
by an orphanage. Or nunnery. Do we have a deal? You find a nice, fresh suit for me to wear full time. And then a hop, skip, and a jump.
All right, and you will leave. You will leave the activities that you were doing with Bryce Hicks out of the time that you are in my grandfather. I will not have him murdering people.
Fine. But if someone... Fine, no buts.
I was gonna say, I'm a lawyer, I don't deal with butts.
So who are you gonna give me? Landry? Ekstrom? I'm equal opportunity, baby. I'm fine with DEI.
Does
I
it
don't
have to be
care.
them, or can it be anyone else?
Who else do you know in this little play of ours?
I know a lot of people, baby.
Care. It's just funnier if it's them. I have a good sense of humor. In the pit, they say that I'm the funniest devil.
But you're not the handsomest. That's Tom Ellis, who is the actual devil. I'm fairly certain.
No.
No?
No, the real one looks a lot more like Timothy Chalamet.
Huh.
Tom Ellis is nice enough, though. I'd suck his cock.
Now, I have a question. How obvious does this have to be? You riding it, taking a ride in my grandfather. That's just, I don't want to say that sentence. That sentence is gross in my head. I don't want to picture you riding my grandfather. Ugh.
You're the specialist. How obvious is it gonna be?
I'd like it to not be. But I'm going to have a priest come and look at you.
A young one and an old one?
No.
I thought I was special.
Oh, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Turns out you're not the only demon right now.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. I misspoke right there.
Who else? Who else?
I don't know. See, there's more.
Don't you lie to me, Lillian Underhill. I want names.
I don't have the names.
I want names.
If you raise your voice, you're going to bring the guards' attention. If you want to keep this conversation happening, I would suggest you lower your voice.
Fine.
He looked legit, like, surprised at that, yes?
Make me a wits and subterfuge roll.
Cool.
Or wits and empathy.
I'll do that.
Either one works. Either you're looking for telltale signs of lies, or you are looking for emotion.
I'll do subterfuge because I have more dots on that. Oh, woof. Okay. Oh, almost rolled into a third 10 there. 2 successes.
Okay, one sec. Okay. Yeah, he appears surprised.
Okay.
Pupils widen, eyebrows shoot up, slight tilt of the head, eyes widen. You notice a little bit of a pulse throb on one side of his neck.
Huh.
Bring your grandfather here. Hands back up on your little ritual. I don't care how you get him in here. Get him in the room when the priest decides to sprinkle holy water on my ball sack.
Okay.
And when the Lord is coming, so am I. Right into dear old granddad.
Don't talk about coming into my grandfather.
Wait till he gets a load of me. Gonna fuck the cancer right out of him. Don't worry.
Do whatever you need to do to get rid of the cancer. I don't care if you fuck it.
I'm gonna
Make a
ride
baby
him
with
hard
it.
and put him away wet.
Gross.
Thank you. The side of the window is tapped. Officer Adebayo looks in, gives you the 1-minute warning. Looks like
Well, it's been a
teacher's pulling
long-
you out.
Yeah, you're a danger, don't you know?
You wanna hear a secret?
What?
Your officer there is pregnant. She doesn't know it yet. Well, here's the problem. She's been on duty with me for... Well, it's gonna be all week from the sound of it. The problem with that is... It's gonna be a rough one for her. Things don't grow well around demons, after all. I wonder how many heads it's going to have when she miscarries. I can almost taste her screams. Hi. Did you get what you wanted?
I did. Thank you. I will give you so many arrow bars when I see
I like hero bars.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Hicks.
Thank you, Miss Lillahill. Under. Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's my pleasure, especially as your lawyer.
You're not my lawyer, you're my best friend. And he's going to slump over on the bed and start drooling again. The door will open, and and Officer Adebayo will pull you out into the hallway, taking the chair with her. You get everything you need from that creep?
I did. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
Are you sure you're... Like... Are you sure you're okay being around here all by yourself with him?
I'm not all by myself. We got duty officers all up and down this place. I'm sorry. Do I look like I can't handle myself?
No, you look very capable. He's just an asshole, and I would rather have...
I grew up in Surrey. I know more assholes than drops of rain. Okay? I'll be fine. At least I know this one wants to eat my face. The rest pretend like they don't.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. You have yourself a good one, Miss Underhill.
Thank you, officer.
Mm-hmm. You will be led out. Meanwhile, we're going to cut back to the others. Now, Alex.
Yes.
Alina, did you
Yes.
separate? So
No,
what's happening with you
after,
two?
Well, after Lillian leaves, Alina's gonna, wait a couple minutes, like just kind of, toweling her hair, and then, goes off and kind of, brushes her hair, gets kind of prepared again, and comes back out and starts putting her jacket on and her boots. I don't know about you, but you can go CrossFit if you want. I'm going to the Light of Christ Church.
No, you're not. Not by yourself.
Yes, I am. You can come with me.
No, if we're going anywhere, we're going to go see Silva first. I'm asking for
Fine.
a few hours.
Okay, fine. I can pick up some files there at least. Maybe a change of clothes. All right, fine. Get your skates on, we're going.
Yeah, so Matt, I was going to send a message. The one I'm babysitting is not being cooperative. I may be late.
Babysitting, I
Man.
outrank you.
Fine. Look, if you can't make it, I've got another one in the evening, but like, gotta stay tight. He spells it toit with an O.
Like a toiga?
Fine, do what you gotta. You're missing out, though. The instructor's a real fox. He sends
I don't
you
want
a
Silva
gif.
to take my head off.
He sends you a gif of Maid Marian from the animated Disney Robin Hood.
Oh, dear. Just gonna look over. There is something wrong with your friend. I do not want to look in that brain of his.
That is
He had his uses.
the wisest thing you have ever said, Kel. So we head back to the precinct. You head in as Lillian is having her encounter downstairs. What's the plan? Do you head to that little office that you've been given?
Yep.
Alina does, because she's getting files, yeah.
If Silva's there, that's where Alex is heading to. Or wherever
Silva's in
he
his-
happens to be.
Silva's in his own office.
I'll go see Silva then. While she goes collect her files.
Okay, so Alina goes and collects her files, and you head over to Silva's office, which is fairly close to that shitty room that you've been given. Do you knock on the door or just head in?
Knock on the door.
So, Marco Silva is sitting behind the desk. He's a Latino man in his mid-50s, short-cut hair that's mostly gone gray. Looks like he exercises quite a bit. He has the sleeves of his shirt rolled up, not wearing a suit jacket for a change, and you can see that as he's working behind the desk, there are a number of tattoos along his forearms that go up above the sleeve. Can you do me a favor and make me a wits and composure roll or an int and investigation roll, whichever you prefer.
I'll do wits and composure then. No successes.
So looking around, you can see that there are a couple of framed pictures on the wall, as well as some of his credentials, some courses that he's taken, photos. He's been on the force for at least a decade now. Here, I mean, he's a captain, but you'll see that there's also some photos of him in his younger days, and with 0 successes, you'll see that they're photos. They look like he's in uniform. You can't really tell what it is, but he's got quite a bit of ink on his forearms. He looks up at you from where he's typing in his computer and... Yeah, Landry.
Yeah, we need to talk about Miss Underhill.
Door.
Closes door. Locks it.
That kind of conversation, huh?
Yeah, there's... Her family has a weird connection. We ended up going to a hole-in-the-wall herbal shop that her grandfather recommended. That's run by a Mr. Sun who... I don't know what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had a shadow that moved of his own accord. It was willing to... His shadow moved on its own.
Yeah?
And her grandfather recommended it, and he knew quite a bit about demons. How do we know what side she's on?
She works with us. She's on our side.
Can we be that sure?
Look, things aren't cut and dry. My superiors say that we're working together, so we're working together. Good. You're good to keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on the other one, too.
Yeah, she seems a bit...
Reckless,
Always
yeah.
wants to run into danger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when we get an American up here. Look, she's also a Fed. Worse than that, she's an American Fed. Worse than that, she comes from some wacko branch of the FBI. So, keep your eyes open. Obviously. Monitor both of them. But we're working with them for now. Was there something specific? Besides, knows a lot about demons?
Not specifically, because I have no information on her or her grandfather.
Why would you need information on her grandfather starting a case?
Easy, because he's the one that's now involved in the case. because that's where she's
All
getting
right.
information from.
Sir. You want to refer to me as sir when you raise your voice like that.
You have to forgive me because Mr. Sun
I don't have to do
says
shit.
you know about my mother. He told me you knew about my mother. What are you all hiding from me? You want me to trust you all? I can't even trust you right now.
How many points of willpower do you have?
I have
How many
max or
willpower?
current.
Max.
Max is 7 usually. Currently 4.
He's going to knit his fingers together and put his elbows on the desk and look at you with a steely glare that it's not going to be enough to scare you, but is going to be enough for you to know he's not happy. And it's enough that it raises the hackles on the back of your neck a bit. You like your job, officer? You want me to bust you back down to beat duty? I can do that. You can forget about all this. You can be back there on the streets. You might know that some of this stuff exists. You might think that some of it exists. You might assume that some of it exists. Or maybe you can have a little respect and a little faith in the system. I'm not going to be dropping you right into the middle of this with a fucking instruction manual, Landry. And the way you're composing yourself right now just shows me that I was right to delay things. You talked to somebody who said he was a demon? Or who acted like one? And he said that I knew your mommy? Did you see The fucking Exorcist? Did he also
I've seen
say
some
that...
really weird shit lately.
Good!
I don't know what to believe right now. You all have been leaving me in the dark. How useful am I if I don't know what's going on? Besides playing chauffeur.
You want to be more useful?
Absolutely.
Then stop acting like a fucking fool. If somebody says your mom sucks cocks in hell, are you gonna believe it?
No, but when my parents' deaths is shrouded in mystery, no one will give me a right answer. How am I supposed to trust a system that's lying to me?
Secrets. Answers have to be earned. It's a great movie. Came out when, probably when you were a kid. It's a great quote from it. A person is smart. People are stupid. Secrets have to be earned. You gotta prove that you're not just people, Landry. Do you want to put in the effort? Do you want to... Are you saying you want in?
Yes, sir.
Sit down. He reaches into his desk and pulls out a cell phone. Hits a number. It's me. You still on for tonight? Good. Can you handle at least a +1? Yeah. The rookie. Maybe his sidekicks. We'll see. Good. Put him in first. You're in luck. There's a little training exercise tonight.
Sounds good.
I'm going to give you an address. You're going to go there, you're going to meet some people. You can bring your teammates with you if you want, or you can go by yourself. Doesn't fucking matter to me. The difference between you and them is that they've already paid their dues. Whatever the fuck Miss Underhill is doing, she's already been vetted by her superiors. And I don't have to speak about Miss Ekstrom. She has too. So it's up to you, Landry. Just know, if you're in, you're in. Because there's no getting out. Well, there's one way.
Death. Or worse, I would assume.
Yeah. If you can come back tomorrow, maybe I'll tell you a little more about some of your questions.
Sounds good. My only concern about Ekstrom is she's pretty determined to go to this church with the people that jumped her. Should I just drag her along with me to keep her safe? Or are you want me to leave her to her own devices for the time being? You had me playing chauffeur.
Then chauffeur.
I want to make sure. Okay.
Did you miss the part where I said that you were going to be a team? I will put your ass in couples counseling with Doctor Who. Do I need you to get you a fucking get-along shirt?
Oh.
Good. Now go Bond. Play nice.
Yes, sir.
And Landry.
Yes, sir.
You ever raise your voice at me again like that, I'm going to smack you so hard your badge number is going to go to the next rookie in line.
Understood.
And he'll go back to working. Elena.
So out of character, I had the spooked condition, so...
Oh, did you?
I had the spooked condition, so...
Oh, did we resolve it? We might have resolved it.
No, that
there.
came...
Not
that came
now.
From, that came from Mr. Sun specifically. I remember that. Because that's what spooked him.
So, let's see. You can shed this condition when your character's fear and fascination cause them to do something that hinders the group or complicates things. Gain a beat. You have cleared it.
Oh, does actually, for my thing leveraged, does that...
Let's take a look real quick.
let me take a look at
Alina
that.
has one as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think she has shaken.
Yes, and I believe that came off after I misfired, or I had a missed shot. I shot wild.
Resolution: shed the condition as noted is turn the tables on the person.
Okay, yeah, you agreed to basically get him a body, so yeah, I'll allow it.
Sweet.
You'll just have to hold up your end of the bargain, or at least try to, out of character.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah, gain a beat. All right. Alina. Out in your room, you begin gathering some things in your office.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're working on? Anything that you're doing? besides gathering your files?
Just looking to, yeah, just looking to see what files she might want to take with her.
Sure. There's tons
Anything
there.
that has the, yeah, anything that has the Light of Christ Church, and demons. What else was she thinking about? She was also thinking, actually no, Cal was thinking, were there any other serial killer or serial offenses that happened like in the past that, you know, but stopped, and then maybe this is something part of, this is going towards part of being part of something larger or cyclical in nature.
You haven't found anything about that yet. But as you're gonna, I tell you what, make me an intelligence and computers roll to start doing some computer research on that. You can do this at a +2 because you're using the police database. So you'll have access to a lot more files and a lot more quick search than most things. This will only be able to get you back to files around the late 90s, because a lot of the other ones.
Wits and computer, or
int.
Int. And computer. Okay. And I've got a +1. You said
+2.
+2. Oh wow. Okay. Oh no, that's a good pool.
It's a good pool.
It is a good pool. Why didn't it give me anything good?
Well, you're looking for 8s, 9s, and 10s.
No, the highest I've got is a 7.
Oh no! Would you like to get a beat to dramatically fail this? You don't have to. You can say no.
I know, but
you know, cowards say no all the time. Like, you shouldn't let
I
that
know,
but
no, I think it should be. I don't know if a dramatic failure would be as helpful as just not finding anything, because if she doesn't find anything, that just maintains her suspicion.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'd rather
as you're
handle
looking, you'll get distracted. You're not finding anything really, aside from like serial killings.
Which is
there's
weird.
There's Robert Picton, obviously, real serial killer in real life. Look him up. He was found because of a foot, or caught because of a foot, basically, among other things. Kel can go on at length about it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna cut that off right there.
Don't even start that.
Criminologist Kel will just go on forever.
Forever.
There's also Noah Whitecloud. Oh, pardon me, not Noah Whitecloud. There's also Justin Fontaine, who was an attempted serial killer, not real, who did a bunch of like Tinder-related murders a couple years ago. He managed to make it up to, what's the serial killer cap in Canada? 4? Is when you're a serial killer? Is it? When does it? When does
we go by.
We
pretty much go 3.
3?
Yeah,
okay, he made it to 4.
Mm-hmm.
He made it to 4. They caught him with a sting operation. He wasn't particularly good. Strangely good looking. Definitely, if he was smarter, he could have been more of a Ted Bundy type. But it's way too hard in the modern era to not get caught.
Yeah.
You know, especially with digital footprints and stuff. They triangulated his location using app data and a warrant. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. But as you are looking at that, there's going to be a little knock at the glass of the room. You can see a male silhouette in the frosted glass outside.
Okay, so go out. Have a look.
Who ordered a priest? There's a Catholic
Is somebody saying
father.
that to me? Oh,
No.
It is it's the priest. Oh, okay. He's standing there.
He's standing there, his finger still crooked at the window. As you open the door, he... Hi, is Miss Underhill here?
I know she's in the precinct. I believe she's
yes.
She's meeting with a client.
Fair. Sorry to interrupt. I was told that this was where she was working out of. My name's Father Alan Thorne.
Yes.
We had a meeting for lunch, and I finished a bit early with my thing, and just wanted to check and see if she was done.
Oh, not yet, but she'll check her watch and just. I imagine she should be done soon if she's
This is the right
said that
place
she was
then.
going to meet you. Yes, yes, it is. Come, yeah, you're welcome to come in and.
Are you sure? I don't want to
and wait
interrupt
for
you.
her.
You look
No,
pretty
I'm
busy.
just I'm just collecting some files at the moment. Sorry, forgive me. I'm Agent Alina Ekstrom.
agent. Nice to meet you.
Well, technically special agent. It's not that
You know,
special. We're all special
I didn't
agents.
want to say, but looking at you, I was thinking definitely a special agent if there was one.
Well, we're all special agents. It's just the title. But thanks for saying so.
Fair. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind at all.
Come on in.
If she's not here and he reaches up and is holding a pair of coffees that look like they came out of the vending machine. Well, if she's not here, do you want a coffee?
Sure.
I can guarantee that it's probably not very good. It's French
Oh,
vanilla
I know
cappuccino.
it's not, but it's okay. Trust me, I'm used to bad coffee.
Unless you want the mocha. I've got a mocha and a French vanilla. But anyway,
Whatever you aren't gonna drink, I'll have the other. That's fine.
honestly, I choose your poison. I don't like either of them, but I was trying to be hospitable.
Secretly, they both kind of taste the same. There's
they?
not a lot of difference.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of.
Then I'll
yeah.
take the mocha then.
Sure. All right.
At least I can pretend that it's chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Interesting room.
Yeah, when you're an ad hoc thrown together, not really task force.
Oh, so you
take
work-
whatever room you can get.
So you work together on the Hicks case?
I am here for that case. Yes. I was asked.
So
to
you're
come
with the
up
RCMP?
and no, I'm FBI.
FBI?
Yes.
Did you-
They asked for a consult, so I was free and able to come up.
Is it wrong to say that's really interesting? I feel like that is implying something. But
No, I think it's interesting. It's quite popular in the media. People seem to really kind of
I
the idea of
Yeah.
profilers. So.
Well, I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, so makes sense.
It's not bad. But, I mean, you can tell where the Hollywood part comes in and where the real research and investigation.
I used to watch a lot of Bones too,
influences.
but I stopped around the cannibal seasons.
I mean, yeah. For entertainment, it's fine.
So you're coming up from the States, are you?
Yes, from DC.
Oh, wow, all the way down there. I have some friends that live in Bethesda, just across the way.
Yeah, it's a nice part of town. Right, nice area.
I've never been, but I've seen photos. It looks like the season changing is lovely. It must be wonderful to have fall. Don't really get that much here.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when you work as much as we do, you don't really get to notice it a whole lot. But there's times, yeah, it can be really nice.
Can I ask you a question? I don't want to seem prying, and I know this is probably.
If I'm able to answer.
So the FBI is really big on possession?
Well, there's a lot of claims, and anytime that it's a serial offender case, it's always interesting, especially when there's any type of ritualistic aspects to it, because wasn't all, it's not all that long ago that there was the whole, satanic panic, and sometimes there's still, the argument still comes up every once in a while. Conspiracy theorists like to drag it back up now and then, and it's really more to kind of, to remind people that there's really no satanic cults, like.
So he wasn't playing
kidnapping and murdering
D&D
children
and listening to Metallica.
Yeah, I mean, there's individual cases, and I mean, it's largely due to combinations of mental illness, mental distress, family environments. There's numerous factors that go into, those unfortunate incidents.
So you don't believe that he's possessed then?
I try to keep an open mind. I can't say. I mean, nobody's shown me that it is, that it isn't. It's gotta.
I guess I'm a little biased.
You have to keep. Well, sure. I take it you are leaning towards that direction.
Well, no, but I believe it's possible. Honestly,
evil takes many forms. So
I think that evil only really takes one form, but
I get what you say. Yes,
it's kind of like a crack in glass, right? It's only the evil. Everything spiders out from it. It's all just different shades of the same evil.
True. Yeah,
but
you could look at it that way.
I don't know. Maybe that's a little simplistic, but I guess that's why I didn't become a special agent.
Yeah. Yeah, there's spent quite a bit of time, the psychology, sociology. There's a lot of things that they like us to bring, along with personal experience and life experiences. Makes for better, more rounded investigators.
So, have you had experience with this kind of preternatural occurrence before?
Well, there's always been cases that come along that somebody says that they're quite sure it's demonic, or that there's something otherworldly, and like I said, you got to keep an open mind, because what if there's what if you come across the one that is for real? There's still things that have happened that we can't exactly explain.
Fair.
So
I'm not eating up too much of your time, am I?
No, I am waiting for, I'll be waiting for Ms. Underhill now, and our other officer from RCMP here, who's from VPD, who's been commissioned to us, is here as well. So
out of the
kind of
corner
waiting
of
for
your
him.
ear, you're going to hear, "And Landry," echo down the hall.
It's probably going
Yes,
to be
sir.
soon.
And he's going to say, smack the badge number off you. A minute later, Alex is going to head back to the room. And you're going to open the door to find that Alina is sitting across the table from a Catholic priest. Hello, officer.
Oh.
Should you be back here? Wait, what's going on, Miss Ekstrom?
He's actually here to see Lillian. So I thought
they sent me back.
Okay.
They send him down here, so I imagine she should be. She should be finished with her client, pretty shortly. So.
And sure enough, after a momentary bit of awkward banter, I have a mocha if you need it. I haven't touched it. I guarantee that it's bad.
Oh, he knows how bad the coffee is here.
Oh,
Working here, yes.
You would. The door is going to open as Lillian goes to grab whatever things that she left, probably her coat or something like that, in the room. Miss Underhill.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, everyone's here.
Yeah, sorry, the desk officer sent me back when my counseling session was.
That's fine. I was gonna, if you didn't want to go,
and I was already
suggest
here.
Here.
We can still absolutely grab lunch.
Yeah.
If you'd like, or
That depends. Um, are you guys going to the church yet? I mean, not the real church. The culty church.
There's a culty church?
Father, do you happen to know anything about the Light of Christ Church?
Light of Christ Church, the one in Coquitlam?
Mm-hmm.
I know a bit. I've met them at a charity drive before. The Reverend there is a bit eccentric, but I know of them. I could probably pick out a couple of their congregation and then the Reverend. Why? What do they have to do with everything?
Well, there's been some suggestion that that there might be a connection to them, and I'm just interested in seeing what they might know, if they're familiar with the accused, and if he's ever been to their church. Would they know anything about him? Any light that they could shed?
Fair. You think that they're involved in the possession?
Oh, I can't say for sure. It's just an avenue of investigation. Yep.
So, the priest looks around and says, it's a pretty secular world these days. A lot of church folk can be pretty anxious when dealing with people from the outside world. People who don't share their same values.
Right.
If you want, Miss Underhill, we were going to go grab lunch anyway. I don't have anything else until this evening. I could tag along if you want a little bit of help. We could talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Of course, yeah. I think that would be fantastic. Honestly, I was gonna discuss what I wanted to talk about anyway later with the rest of this team here. So the fact that we'll be able to talk it all at once, I think, is a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay. That works fine.
Great. I'll help however I can.
Oh, that's appreciated.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Officer...
oh, right. Sorry,
Alan.
Alex.
Officer Landry. He'll
Officer
stick his
Landry.
hand up to shake it.
I've got a nice firm handshake. Honestly, if I had a picture, describe him, he kind of looks like Wilson from House, like Sean Leonard Scott. Sean Leonard Scott? Sean Patrick
Robert
Scott?
Sean Leonard, I think.
Robert Sean Leonard. That's
Robert
correct.
Sean Leonard. Yeah.
So, kind of looks like that. Mixed with a little bit of, maybe a little bit of Will Forte, like someone in there. Wow. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Great.
Well.
So, where for lunch?
And I think that's a great place for us to call this episode. As you have assembled, you've added a cleric to the party, which is great. So now you've got some heals.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we?
Now we just need a healer. Oh wait, we do have a healer. We have
That's
a
the
doctor.
cleric. That's a cleric. We got a warlock. We've got a psionicist, and we've got a fighter, and we're good. All right. So and now you got a cleric.
Who's the warlock?
You're the warlock.
You.
Yeah.
What the boy? No.
No.
Yeah, basically.
I'm
No.
not making deals with them demon anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's this? What's this? You're throwing up the horns. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons. It's good to be back, and I hope you have enjoyed this. We are pushing on toward the end of the first season, but there's always more complications, so it's wonderful to have this game back on Patreon. A big thank you to everybody who supports us over there. But before I tell you a little bit more about them, why don't you all take 3 additional beats for showing up tonight? So 1 beat because I love you, 1 beat because of the costumes, and 1 beat Because it's been forever. It's been 5 ever since we have played this
So
game.
It has been 5
when you
ever.
give a beat, it equals the group beats, or is that separate again?
So when I give group beats, that equals the group. So
Yeah.
when you earn beats individually, such as by fulfilling your aspirations, fulfilling conditions, things like that, that goes to your sheet.
Okay.
So I have given you 3 for this session and 3 for our little middle session that we did before. So,
And then I made a deal. So
you made a deal. So
fulfilled
let's
an
go. Made a deal with the devil.
inspiration.
You did not get in a fight.
Nope.
Then looking at Alex, you researched the Underhill family. You confronted Silva. So that's your short terms are done. That's great. Then Alina.
No, mine are a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're a little
term.
bit longer. We need to maybe shorten those down a little for next one.
Yeah, I'll pick something shorter next time.
Get shot. That's a great one.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my
I'm good at that.
Or
That's coming up.
break into a church.
Yeah.
Punch
Or sneak around the church.
punch a nun.
Snoop in the church.
All right, I'm buying another dot in wits because my god, I need it.
You do. Wits are great. Wits and composure is wonderful. So wits, I believe, is 4 experiences or
Yep.
5.
Yep. So I have
4,
4
right?
experience, so I'm spending that.
Perfect. So, anybody else buying anything else fun up?
Not yet.
I'll have to read on it.
All right. So with that, why don't we go ahead and just do a quick thank you. Folks, if you're watching this on Patreon, that means that you are the ones who are supporting this and making it happen. A big thank you to, of course, my mom and Shaikon de Vermilion, our divine producers. Our demonic producer is Sorcerer Sanguine, and our wizards of the Patreon are Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, Krasha Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster makers are Soul Omen and Larook, and our High Council is Terran, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Lost Hero, and Nihilus. There's going to be more Hunter of the Vigil in your future, as well as a bunch of more World of Darkness content, especially Mage the Ascension content. So if you like what we do here and you're watching this later outside of Patreon, join the damn Patreon or the damned Patreon for Hunter of the Vigil summons. We'll see you later.